Heed well, listeners, for this world is darkness and pain. From the ice-capped mountains of Jotunheim to the untamed steppes in all their wild splendor. From shrouded Ophir, where dark creatures perform darker rites, to civilized lands like Argos and Zamar, where humans seek diversions, while their petty rulers wage endless war upon one another. The Stygian blackness of night encroaches from all sides, but some there are who stand against it. For revenge, for power, for bloodlust, or for principle. They bring their steel against this world. Throk of the wild barbarians, Arven of the Shadar Kai, Daro the Faceless One, and Raylan, the Promised One, Herald of Zalios. Against all they survey, these four will prevail. Or they will perish.
Hello and welcome to Shadows of Archonia. Hey Canuck's in the chat. Matt's also in the chat. We are back. This is our weekly 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons live stream game. I am Steve Boshear, and I will be your dungeon master for the evening.
And I'm Joshua. I will be playing Rock, who is a barbarian fighter mix.
Alan playing Raylan. I think that's Sorcerer over there. Over here.
Other side, yeah.
Sorcerer.
But you're not Raylan right now, you're Zalios. When last we left. One of the two. Both of the two, usually.
Alan.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah. One day I'll fix that sync problem. Go on.
It's been a day. Carolynn playing Oven.
All right.
Matt, I'm playing Daro, a sneaky rogue paladin.
Yeah. All right, people. One of these days we'll write up a script, but maybe for episode 50, that'll be what we do. We'll finally have script for the intro in episode 50. Well, last week I forgot the credits because, again, no script. So I'm going to do them now. If you were watching our intro at the beginning, you heard music by J-Man at OurMusicBox. You can check him out at his YouTube channel, OurMusicBox. He puts up hundreds, potentially thousands, he says thousands, I haven't counted, of music tracks that you can use for free in your creative projects just by crediting him and donating his way if you feel that his music is worth it, which it is. Take my word for it. So check it out. No matter what kind of music you want, he's probably got something for you. He's been our theme song for 48 episodes. So, and interestingly, the name of that song that we use is called When Good Prevails, which I never say out loud here because it doesn't really have anything to do with our show. But it's in the YouTube credits under the videos on YouTube. So
we're not good.
What's that?
Because we're not good and we're not prevailing.
I mean, you guys are prevailing, usually.
I'm good.
We'll see.
Ish.
We'll see. Anyway.
I mean, I'm coded good.
Sure. When we...
I have not killed an innocent yet. I'm like...
You know, you keep saying
true.
that, and it's 100% false. And it's been false since, like, episode 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
They weren't innocent.
I mean, it depends on your definition of the word. Okay, next up, we're still doing the credits. I've got one credit out of the way. The next one is Alexander George M.S. He does the voiceover for our intro. He still has nothing for me to plug, but he's great, and we love his voice. And he's been our voice man for, I don't know, when did I replace the intro? Like episode 15, I think. So, like 30-something episodes. 20-something, I don't know, a long time. What's the last one? Myself. If you like the artwork that you saw in the intro and that you're seeing behind our players right now, those are portraits of their characters, hit me up because I did those. I do digital 3D artwork for Dungeons and Dragons and other role-playing game characters. If you're in the chat right now, you can see Canuck there. I did one for him and for the rest of his gaming group. I am on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as Mighty Works Character Portraits, and I am on ArtStation under my real name, Steve Boshear, which you can see spelled right here. There it is. That makes it easier to read. Okay. Yeah, hit me up, message me on one of those platforms. Commissions are always open. Someday, maybe, they won't be, but it hasn't happened yet. So, yeah, hit me up. There we go. That's the credits, except for Jonoman 3000. Okay. I'm going to get it. I haven't pulled it out and shown it in a while. This is the Dark Arts Player's Companion. It is a free 5th edition supplement by a Reddit user named Jonoman 3000. Ours is printed out, but he distributes it as a PDF. You can check it out. It's on its 3rd edition as of right now, I believe. It is chock full of new player races, new subclasses for every class in the player's handbook, new monsters, new spells, a new spell casting mechanic called Hemomancy, and we love all of it. And 3 of our 4 player characters are using elements of it in their builds. Excuse me. So, again, it's free. Jonoman 3000. He also has a Patreon where you can help support his work. He has another book coming soon that is the polar opposite to this one called the Blazing Dawn Player's Companion. This, by the way, was printed out by one of our viewers. Goes by Pretty Boy on our Discord. Haven't heard from him in a while. I'm calling him out. I want him back. He's probably busy. All right, so that's it for credits, except for the ones I forgot. What's going on with you guys? Yeah, like I said, no script. You guys want to play some D&D?
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I'm down.
Okay, so let's recap. Last week, you guys decided you were going to enter the city of Zahir, or what once was the city of Zahir at any rate. Way back in about episode 6-ish, you guys abandoned the city, fled. Yeah.
I object.
I mean, yeah, that's how I'm framing it. But yeah, there was an incident which some of you caused, which resulted in monsters beginning to pour out of some exposed catacombs, which you never even saw, but you knocked down the building that used to be on top of them. And after you heard about it, you left the city. That was, 40 episodes or so before you returned to the city and found that the whole place had been taken over by star spawn and mind flayers and other horrifying creatures. You discovered that Baroxiel, the incredibly powerful, nearly godlike mind flayer lich, who for some reason seems to be on the side of the angels, is here using his massive powers to try and restrain the infestation to within the walls of the city. While circling the city, looking for a weak point in Abraxiel's field so that you could enter yourselves and attempt to cut off the source of the evil, you encountered 3 monks who were using strange powers, the likes of which you had not seen, but which they attributed to their god Cord, the same Cord worshipped by our own Throck and his people. One of those guys got intellect devoured, and the 3 of them had to leave so that the other 2 could take care of the guy who no longer can tie his shoe. So they abandoned their initial plan to go into the city with you because they had to take care of their comrade. However, just as you were about to reach the gate after encountering a mind witness, some oozes of various sizes, one of which slapped the crap out of Throck and destroyed his armor, you saw a weird mind flayer thing that was super tall and had extra long tentacles. You saw all sorts of creepy crawlies, including giant black tentacles that seemed to be growing out of the city walls themselves. You passed through all of this and decided, hey, let's go in. So, right before you got to the gate, you encountered a new person. She claimed to be named Moira. She was short and stocky and looked like a man, but only about the height of a child. In fact, she reminded you very much of the Dwergar whom you met underground back in Lethia when you were on your little adventures there. Only she wasn't all gray. And she had a very strong reaction to 2 things about you guys. First, that you seemed to know Radomir Utgast, whom she regarded as being dead. Second, that you knew Abraxiel, who she was apparently here with and is a friend of. Oh, and there was a third thing, of course. The medallion of Pelor that Zelios wears around his neck. She reacted to it in a very powerfully emotional way, and also reacted to the news that someone named Galabagul is still alive. At which point she was able to draw upon the power of Pelor, using Zelios' amulet as a conduit or perhaps a power source of some sort, and perform a divine smite against a charging star spawn. So when we last left, Moira Smoothskin had landed from her leap into the air in full-on 3-point superhero landing and uttered the phrase, "He's alive." So now what?
That was awkward.
Yeah. Who, are you still referring to
Was the little one?
Gabby Gala?
Galaba.
It seems he's alive, but that's not who I meant. She turns and points at the medallion again. He is alive. You don't understand. And she actually looks around as though someone might be listening. And she gets a lot closer to you guys and says, "They were all supposed to be dead. I thought I was the only one who remembered him. But your mother, she remembered too, and she kept that. How it came to her, Maybe we'll never know, but it still has power. Gabagool must be holding the power. And if he's able to do that, then the source of the power must still exist. She now starts whispering, Palor is alive. Somewhere. And at that point, you hear a familiar voice coming from just to the north of where you guys stand. It says, "Ah, well, that is interesting information." And when you turn, you see a figure that you've met before in several other disguises, but this time he looks just like the bartender that he appeared as last time when Zelios saw him last. It is Mannanan, the head of the Fingers of the Order, the assassin for Asmodeus. He's here, and he looks to Moira, and he looks to Zelios and says, I came here looking for you, Lord Zelios. I wondered if you'd considered my offer.
You've picked a terrible spot to come back and ask me.
Well, I agree. It's not exactly pleasant here, but the Fingers have an arrangement with the city's current occupants. I wouldn't call us friends, but I'm relatively safe standing here.
And how long do you think that safety is going to last?
Long enough to have a conversation. I promised you, Zelios, that I could tell you who your father was. But only if you come with me.
I'm gonna draw my sword and take a step towards him. I feel like there's other ways to get that information out of you.
Do you?
Yeah. Does Throck remember who this is? Was this the one that ran away like a coward, etc.?
It is that person, but Throck has never seen him in this form.
Fair. Okay.
That he knows of.
I don't think wait, did I see him in this one?
Actually, only Zelios saw him. You guys all talked to him and thought he was really the bartender, but it was Mannanan in disguise as the bartender, and he only revealed himself to Zelios.
We've met so many bartenders.
Yep.
Well, Zelios says, Mannanan, I have a headache right now. Can we discuss this later?
I suppose so. Apparently, I have news to report anyway. He says, his eyes drifting over to Moira, who looks very embarrassed and very angry.
Embarrassed and angry.
But she starts to take a step towards him and then stops herself and stands still.
Do we notice that?
Oh yeah, it's not hidden.
Okay, great. Do you have a history with this bartender?
Nay. But some information is too important to let people know. Do you have a history with this bartender?
Only that he said he's the Finger and he knows Zelios' father, or Raylan's father.
I
met a lot of
made
bartenders.
Bacon.
You ate his bacon?
Oven, you roll me a history check.
Ooh.
And Daro as well. Roll a history check.
Alrighty.
History.
Really bad roll, so.
17.
Okay. You remember that it's the bartender from the town you guys went to right before you helped them with their zombie problem? Remember? Remember Sister Alcava?
Yes.
It's that bartender.
Yes. Okay.
You don't know.
The one outside of Lethia.
Yeah. Well, he's in Lethia, but he was in a village in Lethia, not in the capital or in First Fall. I forget the name of the village myself, actually. But it was that little village.
The zombie village. Got it.
Zombie village. Dara, what was your history check?
A whopping 7.
Okay, you don't recognize him, but he looks familiar.
Well, he said 2 keywords that I homed in on. That's all I got.
Yeah, you know who the Fingers of the Order are.
Yeah.
And
I already knows who Raylan's father is. Seems important.
Yeah. Throck, I didn't have you roll because there's just no way you remember this guy.
Yeah. Only if it were like the food that he happened to give us.
Yeah, he didn't really give you much.
Yeah, so he's worthless.
Yeah.
Oven's gonna go ahead and ask how that zombie problem is holding up.
He says, I have no idea. I left there before you did.
All right, then.
So what, you just following us around?
No need. As I said, we have an arrangement with the city's current occupants. They pretty much know where you are all the time.
Huh. That probably explains. Turning one of you guys into a toad.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so
What kind of arrangement?
you'll come back later?
I'll tell
Well,
you
obviously an arrangement to not die yet.
I'll tell you what. If you follow this road to the west, you will eventually come to a tavern with a stable attached. It is the last building in the row of the outlying township beyond the walls of Zahir. It's abandoned now, but it's beyond the range of this filth. If you want to speak with me, Zelios, I will wait for you there, but not forever. Remember, I not only know who your father is, but I can help you find him.
Oh, I will keep this in mind.
Hey, Raylan, don't you have like a mind-reading dead body thing? Should we just kill him?
It will only show a random memory. There's no guarantee I'll find out who he is.
Seems you're lucky.
I haven't been lucky lately.
He laughs again, and then he lifts off the ground without moving a muscle. Just lifts off the ground, and then casually turns, sprouts wings, and flies away.
That was weird. Still could have killed him.
Bat wings like Zelios's. But the rest of his form still looks like the bartender.
Cithrak, I nudge him. Running away.
Coward.
I'll keep this in mind.
She turns and looks at you guys. Who was it? Who is he going to tell about Lord Pelor?
Probably the rest of his order.
What order?
Some kind of an order of like assassins, dark cult assassins, I think.
A cult of who?
Was it Asmodeus?
Yeah, it was.
So Zeus says, only Asmodeus.
Her eyes go wide, and she starts like growling, almost like an animal, for a second. She says, "Do you not know who that is? He's the one who led the war. He's the one who killed our Lord."
The one that's not dead, or
Aye, Abraxiel said it might happen. He said that gods can never die for true. He said they always come back somehow. It's been so long. But if Pelor is really alive, we must stop Asmodeus from finding out. He'll hunt him down and kill him again.
so we should probably go kill that guy and stop him telling
yeah.
everyone.
I mean, we could. So we're basically going to bring chaos to the order.
Aye. But I cannot go with you. I have to go to this gate. It's the only reason old Abe let me out. She turns back to the gate, starts doing this. They can't always get through his whatever the hell's that is, but when they do, they're weak, and I can put them down.
Kind of looks fun.
Yeah, that really sounds fun. I gotta say.
She looks at Throck, and then she like looks at the enormous amount of crap you're carrying, and she says, "Hey, listen. I know we don't know each other so well, and I did say some things about your smell a minute ago, but I do have a lot of things to kill, and old Abe never seems to remember to give me any, weapons."
Oh, yeah, I carry the bags.
I noticed that. I thought maybe you had something.
Hey, yeah. All right. So Throck just like starts digging out, and he's throwing some things around. We got bedroll that probably has mock holes in it. Don't use that. Just carry it.
She points at something and says, "Is that ox?
What?
Is that ox meat?"
Yep. You want some?
Yeah, aye.
All right, here you go. Oh, I like that one.
Throck, you're married.
This one is this one's kind of ooh-ha-ha, and brings out the bone sword.
Have you got any maces in there?
Four of them.
Ah! Can I have two?
Literally four of them. Yeah. Sure.
I don't suppose it'd be asking too much for a shield.
No. No. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I have that. Doesn't seem like I have that. I've got some of these pieces of trash metal.
Hey, it's all right if I can have these two maces. I can smash two of them at once, eh? Thank you, friend Throck. Now, are you for going in the city, or are you going away from it?
I'm gonna turn to Raylan and I'm gonna like,
He's Zalios right now.
or Zalios, and we got your back no matter what you decide. I don't want to put all the pressure on you, but you seem to have the most.
To gain or lose in this situation.
Yeah. Ooh, it sounds like we have time with this city. Sounds like we have less time with finding out who your father is.
Zalios is still kind of holding his head.
Throck, give him some ox meat. Maybe it'll help.
Okay.
Yes. Some raw ox meat.
Yeah.
I'd just like to
It's
take
jerky by now.
this moment to point out that what I've done is I've had an NPC go shopping at you, which is the best thing I've ever done in D&D.
Yes.
It would be kind of fun to play like a merchant that just happens to be traveling with a group
Yeah.
or something, and always trying to sell stuff.
Yeah.
We had one of those.
Yeah. Throck has his
short,
stuff now.
Short but strong.
Moira!
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna forget that. Anyway, short but strong. Those two are good, but if you want something heavier, and he pulls out his rock maul, his stone maul, and says, "This one's special."
Aye. I like it. She starts to reach for it. She goes, "Are you sure it's not too special?"
I don't know. It might be.
I mean, he's also got a special rock.
That he does.
Do have a special rock.
But 10 of it. Thanks, Dan.
If you just maybe if you borrow it, then it still is special, but somewhere I know where it is.
Well, I'll either be here, or I'll be with old Abe, or I'll be dead. In which case, probably still here.
All right, your choice.
You know what? I think I'll stick with the maces. I'm more used
All
to
right.
them, and I have a feeling I'm going to be standing here a long time. But I appreciate your generous, hairy heart.
I don't think I've ever heard a heart described like that.
I'm not sure.
Throck,
You don't spend
When
enough
you
time
die-
among the dwarfs. And then she looks real sad and goes, "Hey, neither do I."
I have to admit, you are the first I've met.
I'm the first anyone on this earth has met in many a year, friend.
You kind of remind me of an kid, really. So
Well, I'm about... I don't know how old, but I'm at least 500,000 years older than any of the children you know. I kind of
that's not
lost
so bad.
track I kind of lost track after the numbers got too big.
Yeah. Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
So Zelios kind of looks over to Avin, and he says, Avin,
Zelios.
did you know your parents?
Sure.
How were they?
Like any other Shatterkai.
Please.
None of us know what that means.
Please tell me how.
Very. How do I put this?
That good, huh?
Loud?
Loud.
They were loud.
But did they care about you?
Oh, of course. Enough to put me in the temple so that I could become a servant to the queen.
And you're happy that you got to spend time with them, right?
Of course. I was quite a bit more feral, rambunctious, I suppose, than I am now in my old age.
Feral.
Yes, imagine
Yeah.
me, but 10 times more. I peed on everything, not just in holes.
Yeah.
Believe it.
Because the only reason I ask is because I am very curious about my father, and I want to know why he did what he did.
Ooh.
But I'm also afraid to find that out because I'm afraid of what it might make me do. Not only to myself, but to others. Remember that little girl back at that tavern?
She wasn't a little girl. She was mid-teens.
Well, little to Zelios, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Yeah.
Zelios is also...
Zelios
Okay.
was 17. But sure, go ahead.
Little in power.
Yeah.
When
Little in stature.
when I killed her, I felt a lot of. It was almost like a sweet taste from eating something sweet. But now, as I think back to it, it seems sour in taste.
This is
And I
good.
feel-
This is progress.
And I feel like it's Raylan that's been helping me realize this. But again, I'm just afraid that if I see Father, everything might turn really sweet again.
Well, what do you suppose you could possibly learn about who he is that would make you want to emulate him? You never had him to look up to, correct? He essentially, I guess, did he leave? He left. Aye.
Well, I'm not sure though.
Mm,
This is part of the reason why I want to see him, is to know where he's been
hmm. Well,
and what he thought of Mother too. See, it's all very it's very stressful actually.
Zelios, without the influence of Raylan, how do you feel about your mother and her influence upon your life? Is that strong enough, do you think?
It's definitely very sour. But hmm.
Do
All
you
I'm
think
saying,
perhaps learning more about your father, there is the potential to make that more sour rather than less?
maybe.
My dear boy, here is where I stand on this issue. I think that you could benefit from learning all aspects of your past. As you know, having started to remember everything, yes, you've become better. As it were.
Thank you.
I'm gonna chime in. You know what, kid? I've grown up without parents. Don't need them. Look at me. Look how I turned out.
That is not a glowing recommendation at all.
So Xavier kind of laughs when he says that. He says, "Well, I bet if you had the opportunity to see them, though, you would want to, right?"
I've got a couple questions. But
And I have more than a couple.
yeah, I bet. Yeah. My questions would be superficial compared to yours. Literally superficial.
Moira's been watching this whole conversation. She says, I'm sorry, can I ask a question?
To who?
To Zelios.
Okay.
Who is Raylan?
Oh, sorry. So Raylan is man, he's my other half. He's
Quite literally.
yeah,
Not like not like
he
partners.
lives within.
Like they're actually together. They're in a body.
Same person.
You mean to say Raylan's inside you, in your head, right now?
Well, he's more than just inside my head. I think he's part of me.
She nods like she understands that perfectly. Says, and you say he's the reason that you're starting to see things a little different than you used to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been a long journey. I felt like
always this.
She leans on the mace that Throck gave her and says, can I ask a favor?
Mm.
Can you let me speak with him for just a minute?
Sure. I mean, I am kind of having a major headache right now, so yeah, I'll let him take over.
All right.
So yeah, he turns back into Raylan. And Raylan goes, "Whew, man,
She says,
it seemed pretty hot in there for some reason.
she says, you're Raylan then,
Yes.
and you're sharing a body with this devil-looking one who likes killing little girls and whatnot.
Same age, really.
He you see, he's not. I don't think he's that bad.
He's come a long way.
He says the reason he's not that bad is you.
Well, I have been trying my best.
And she says, I know something about that. And I want to tell you something I think no one said to you before. And she walks up to Raylan and reaches up, puts a hand on his shoulder, looks him in the eyes and says, thank you. You're doing a good job.
Raylan kind of blushes, and he goes, oh, well, I mean, it's not like I can run away or anything, so.
I know you can't run away. And because of that, you got to spend every second of every day trying to talk something horrible out of doing something horrible. And nobody ever sees you doing it. You can't even sleep because being asleep means he's awake. I know it. I've done it. You may not believe me, but I've done exactly that. And we all owe you for it.
So Raylan kind of has like, you can tell he's like trying to do like a strong front, but he actually starts to break down a little bit, and he goes, I mean, thanks. I didn't. It's been hard. Yeah, it's been hard.
She says, listen, there's another thing that you and I have in common. We have the help of the same God. She taps the medallion. She says, you know old Abe, old Squidface over there? He's the one whose head I was inside. I'm here to tell you, there's hope. Right now, Abraxiel is holding back the tides of tens of thousands of evil creatures that are just like he once was. And he's doing it because he learned right from wrong. And he learned it by having someone in his head telling him what's good. You're gonna do it too. One day Zelios will stand against the darkness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay a hand on his shoulder as well.
Raylan is just choking up, and he kind of like this. I'm gonna give it my best shot.
Hey, and remember the God your mother told you of. He may be weak himself these days, but he can give you strength.
And Raylan kind of like grasps the hand that's holding him, and he just kind of nods, holding back the tears.
He says, aye, you're a good lad. You'll keep it up. And now, I'd better get back to watching that gate.
Yes. And I'm gonna find out about my father.
Aye.
Let's go, guys.
All right, then.
All right.
Alright.
I'm gonna turn to Mara.
All right, so you guys are walking away from the city and towards the tavern that he told you about?
Yeah.
Right.
First, I'm gonna say good luck on the gate. Stay alive. Have fun.
We'll be back.
Aye, I know you will. And I'll be here on a pile of monster corpses if you count on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Gonna
Throck.
need some of those corpses.
Yeah. Anytime.
Ha
All right. West.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Follow this road. We have to follow the road.
Okay.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
So off you go to the west. It takes you a couple hours because it's quite a walk to get to where the outbuildings of the city end. You know, this city's centuries old at this point, and the walls were built a long time ago, and it grew beyond the capacity of the walls to contain. So, as you see on the map, well, not right this second. Let me turn on the map. There you go. As you see on the map, you know, it goes out like almost half the radius of the city again beyond the walls along this road. But just as Mannanan said, the very last building that you encounter is indeed a tavern, an inn with a stable attached. And it is indeed abandoned, apparently, from the outside.
Do we want to go on with some sort of plan?
Have we ever?
Occasionally, not really. Usually eat on something and then ran in.
Raylan says, I'm not sure what they're gonna try to do in there, but I feel like they're gonna try to trick Zelios somehow.
Oh, undoubtedly.
So just keep an eye out, I guess.
Protect the boy.
Indeed.
With a girl's name.
As before we got there, because I just now thought of this, but as we were walking, I want to give Raylan the medallion back to the castle
Okay.
and instruct
the
him how to.
the teleport key?
Yeah. If
Okay.
it gets hairy in there, you get out of here.
Right. But what about you?
If I die, the world's not going to end. If you get captured or taken by these guys, the world might end. Also, you know, we have your back.
Darrow, take an inspiration point.
Yeah.
Raylan gives you a hug. It's like a very emotional kind of hug.
I'm gonna hesitate for a second and then hug back. It's been a good journey. Whatever happens.
Oh, we're not gonna die. It'll be fine.
Says Oven, wiping tears away.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
And also before I get there too, Raylan kind of says to Throck, Throck, in
Yep.
case I don't get a chance, I'm sorry that I mistreated Erie.
Well, that's nice.
And she always looked out for me.
Child, you act like you're dying.
You know,
We've been through a lot, like all three of us, and I just feel like this next thing that happens might be more hairy than usual. So I just feel like talking. That's all.
Well, next time I see her, I'll put in a good word for you.
Yeah, tell her I'm sorry. Okay,
All right.
thanks.
I imagine the queen has already told her.
You know, I miss her being up there.
Well, with the way she is, Doc, I'm sure she'll find a way to see you again.
All right, what do we need to kill?
So Raylan, if there's a door to the tavern, to the structure, he's going to try to go through.
Okay, you go through the front door.
You don't feel like you ought to be the first one to go through.
It's fine.
We don't think about this thing.
Raylan does. You can see in his face that he's just like, he's accepting what's going to happen through this door. So he just goes through.
Thrucket's like,
it's not a reckless thing. It's more like
accepting.
Yeah.
You know,
this is not my fault.
You know the uncomfortable, like, COVID, would very uncomfortable in COVID leave behind boy with girl's name. Like, I'm like his shadow.
Nice.
Speaking of shadow, I'm going to leave my shadow outside by a window, if there are any.
Okay.
And then follow in third.
Oven follows in. Terrible. Just terrible.
I'll just tidal wave on the entire house and just brings the whole end down.
We have a good plan.
Which was my plan. Start with a tidal wave inside. But no, we just do what we're going to do. It's fine.
There's information.
Oven's mumbling this the entire time she's walking through the door.
You want me to drag everybody out?
Oven, when you walk in the door, your friends are standing in a giant tap room. Clearly, this place was designed for travelers on their way to and from the city. People maybe who couldn't afford to stay within the walls would stay out here. It's, like I said, a very large tap room with a lot of tables in it. It hasn't been abandoned for years or anything. In fact, it looks like it was in use maybe within the past couple weeks, judging by the amount of dust that's around. Probably because of its distance from the walls, it was one of the last places abandoned. But standing behind the counter, holding a tankard, is Mannanan, still in the guise of the bartender. And he says, "Well, that was fast. I thought for sure you'd take care of whatever errand you were at the city for, and then come see me."
Well, the errand was the city, so figured that would take a little while.
Huh. And you've sent Zelios away, I see. It's Raylan now.
Raylan kind of pushes his chest up, and he kind of walks over towards him. He says, "I just want to make sure you're not putting Zelios into a trap."
And what makes you think you would be any better at getting out of a trap?
I'm doing what I can do, okay?
Well, you don't need to worry, son, he says, being the same age as you. I know things about you that you don't know. Things that tell me it would be a profoundly bad idea to kill you now that Zelios has manifested. You remember, I did try the first time we met, but that was before he took form again. Now that you two are separating once more, it's not a good idea to slay either of you.
Well, we're here. So tell me. Tell me everything.
I'll need you to return with me to Zamar. That is where...
Why can't you tell us here?
At this point, Avin is done mumbling to herself and getting her horns caught on everything.
Okay.
And she looks at Mannanan and says, "You told us to come here. We are now here."
I told you we would talk here. I didn't say that I
Right.
would tell him everything here.
So start talking.
My help is cheap, but it's not free. You see, I'm not going to tell you the name of your father yet, but I will tell you what he was. And I told you before some of it, that he was an angel who fell and became a devil, that he was in the service of your chained god. But I didn't tell you that he was only temporarily in the service of the chained god. He was on loan, you see. Your father was a servitor of my god, Asmodeus. You see, once, many eons ago, the words devil, demon, god, they all meant very different things. In today's world, they're often interchangeable, but Asmodeus was once a devil in the old sense of the word. He was, in fact, the lord of all devils. And when he ascended to godhood by slaying those who held the seat before him, he brought many of his servitor devils with him as angels. But you see, we are coming to something of a crossroads in time, as I understand it. And a deal was struck. A deal which would consolidate the many little rivers of fate so that they all passed through one person. And whoever controlled that person would control the world. I think you've heard about demons. This is the fundamental difference between a demon and a devil. The former were the living embodiment, the lords of chaos. And the latter, the devils, were the lords of order. You were born on ground, blessed by a lord of chaos, the most powerful spot on this whole plane of existence, where chaos, raw elemental chaos, seeps from the very earth. That is where your chained god's temple is built, for he is a god of chaos. But your father is a being of order. He was a devil. He fathered you upon a mortal woman in an aura of elemental chaos and created something which embodies both order and chaos, both the astral and the physical. You are a walking conflict. It's why you're one person with two minds. It's why you're both a man and a devil. It's why you are fathered by order but bring chaos everywhere you go. It is why the name Akun Ra Zelios is every bit as applicable as Akun Ra Raylin.
Raylan kind of just stands there like speechless.
See, you're not an accident. You're not a freak of fate. You were planned by Asmodeus, by the cult of the Chained God, by the Order, and your father was the instrument by which you were created.
So they did all this just to use Zelios as some sort of pathway? Is that what you're saying?
It probably has come to your attention that you and Zelios have been the subject of many prophecies by many diviners from many factions. And not all of these prophecies agree in every detail, but they all agree that you are the key to everything. The reason for that is whoever controls the key controls when and how the doors open. Now, if you come with us, you know what the chained god represents. You know chaos. You saw it stab your mother to death on the steps of the temple. You saw it try to destroy you and your friends when you found yourselves at home again. You saw your own betrothed try to kill you on multiple occasions, just because you didn't do what they wanted. They lied to you, they tricked you, they used you. I represent the order of Asmodeus. Asmodeus is the Lord of Order, and I am telling you the truth. We want you so that we will be more powerful. But if you come with us willingly, that's a two-way street.
Raylan kind of looks over to the rest of the group, and he just says, I don't know. Like this so you know where this door that needs to be open is?
It is above my pay grade. But important events are destined to happen around you. And whichever great power you stand near will be the one who influences those events. If you release the chained god, he will do what he always intended to do. Devour the world, sink it into chaos. If you, like your father, serve our Lord Asmodeus, he will bring order to this earth, as he has done to the nation of Zamar and King Orestes.
If he goes with you, can we come?
I see no reason why not. I have not been told to forbid Lord Raylin his friends.
I'm gonna turn to Raylan, and I'm gonna like touch my neck, kind of like where the medallion used to be. How far do you want to go with this? What is learning the name of your father to you?
It's more than a name, says Mannanan. We can summon him. I can promise you a meeting with him.
Raylan says, I have to go. Even if I decide not to go with him now, I feel like I'm gonna see my father sooner or later. Might as well be right now that I have the chance.
Avin goes ahead and turns to Mannanan and says, let me ask you something.
Okay.
The boy's fiancée, the
Freya.
skull lady,
Freya.
the skeleton lady.
Yes.
Her name was Freya. Or is Freya.
The skeleton lady. Would you, with the order, be willing to what is it that you do, Darrow, with the
assassination?
Yes.
Stuff?
Yes. Would they?
Avin,
Yes.
they don't need to kill her.
Because
I know you told me this sounds stupid, but I feel like there still might be a chance to get through to her.
Mannanan puts both of his hands on the bar, takes a deep breath, closes his eyes, a little bit like he's not sure of what he's about to say. But then he looks you in the eye, Raylan, and he says, I promised you that I would tell you the truth. We are already tasked with assassinating Freya.
Oh, well, great.
It's on our to-do list. She cannot come with you. No matter what your feelings for her, no matter what her feelings for you, no matter who she serves, you and her must not be together.
Well, take her off the list then. You don't need to kill her.
Oh, we do.
Mannanan,
Yes.
please explain to Raylan why she does actually need to die.
She is... Well, if, as I said, Raylan and Zelios are the key, Freya is what you might call the gate. If you two get together, it will constitute the releasing of the chained god. And this is bad enough, if not that it were complicated by the fact that Freya is a true believer in your chained god. A true believer is someone who cannot be talked out of what she wants to do. She believes in her heart and soul that it is right and that it is destined for the two of you to be together. And it is not because she has feelings for you, but because she has been raised to believe and chosen to embrace the belief that her job is to release Tharizdun upon the earth. That is why she's on our list.
Raylan says,
Thank you.
I just
Also,
can't,
she's an abomination to the
I just
natural
can't
order of things.
believe. I just can't believe she has no feelings for me whatsoever.
I didn't say that. Maybe she does. I don't know her. But I do know what the reports say. And whether she has feelings for you or not, she would still be trying to fulfill her role in your cult. And if whether you redeem her, make her love you, or vice versa, doesn't change what she is. If you and her ever get together for any reason, now that you have both manifested your other selves, it will spell doom for all of us. She will die at our hands, whether you come with us or not.
How about
Don't use any ice things. Bad idea.
Noted. Thank you.
how about you leave her to us? If you want us to come with you.
I have my instructions. If you get to her first, so be it.
Who is this person that's above your pay grade? Raylan asks.
I am the leader of the Fingers of the Order. But not everyone in the Order is one of the Fingers. We serve the Order of Asmodeus, the high priests of the temple in the capital city in the nation of Zamar. And above them is the King Erastes, and above him is Asmodeus himself.
Did you just ask to speak to a manager?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay, Karen.
Yeah.
So again, Raylan kind of shrugs a little bit, and he just says, "We gotta get down to the bomb. Gotta get down to the bomb of this." So I feel like I'm gonna have to go there, guys.
Fine.
You don't have to come with me if you don't want to.
Throughout the whole time is just trying to figure out if this guy's doing right by our boy here or not.
Roll insight.
Indeed.
I did roll insight, by the way, and I just forgot to ask you about it. When he was talking about, I'm telling you the truth, I rolled a 15 insight to see if he's telling the truth.
As far as you can tell, but he's hard to read. Throck, what's your roll?
I got this though. I got you. 7.
You're pretty sure there's good eating on this guy.
Yeah, we can still take him if you want.
One last thing. Did the god? I can't remember her name. The god inside Throck's castle. Did she say anything about?
Yandala.
Yeah. Did she say any? Oh no, she says we have to go to the unicorn, guys.
No, you don't remember
forgot
that
about that.
conversation at all.
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't remember meeting Yandala. It's all subconscious for you.
So wouldn't? I'm sorry. I'm kind of.
Oliver, it's okay. That can inform your decision about what Raylan would do here, though, because Raylan and Zelios both would have a strong subconscious desire to actually go back to the horse trees. That was the compulsion that was put on you guys.
Shit. So would you say right now Raylan has that feeling? Because right now he's about to make a decision to go to this place.
Yeah, at this point, I don't have a world map ready, but at this point, yeah, you have like an instinctive feeling like you should go somewhere else than where he's saying. But you're going to have to decide whether your reason is going to override this feeling that you can't identify. How much does Raylan make decisions with his gut?
Oven's gonna look at Mannanan and be like, "Can you excuse us for a moment?"
Of course.
Raylan? Outside.
Raylan follows.
Darrow, you're standing inside the bar with Mannanan, and you see him turn his head a little, and then his ear starts to grow. And then he smiles at you and says, "Just kidding," and shrinks it back down again.
I'm gonna give him like a sarcastic ha ha.
He points at your ears and said, "I see you have a little problem with them."
Not
So
a
Raylan,
problem. Just becoming more like who I am.
He stops smiling at that and doesn't say anything else, but stares at you. All right, what's going on outside?
So, Oven, knowing that this is an order, and Mannanan is probably not the only one in the tavern or around the tavern, I'm gonna go ahead and whisper.
Okay.
Raylan,
Mhm.
the Chained God wants to use you. Mannanan
Yes.
has been very clear that Asmodeus wants to use you.
Yeah.
We can go to Zamar if you would like. It is entirely up to you. I'm really apparently only here to protect you. However, I also know that you tend to lean more towards the heart. And as such, you're very susceptible to the suggestions of others, I would say. So, you know, you're young. So I wonder if it is ideal that before your, for lack of a better phrase, and I don't mean it in a mean way, until your mental fortitude, let's call it, is stronger, my suggestion is put off going to Zahir or Zamar. Simply because we don't know what precisely the Order plans on using you for, and as Moira said, they did kill your mother's god.
I know.
As a reminder.
It's at this point. Can I say that Raylan kind of feels out that that memory about the unicorn?
Your memory was modified by Radomir Utgast. Let me see something real quick, because I think if you're what exactly do you mean by feel out? Let me ask you that.
I'm just because what I'm thinking right now is Raylan is basically he's feeling the emotions from Zelios, and Zelios is pretty much pushing him to go to Zahir because Zelios is just curious about the chaos and all that stuff, and about the Asmodeus and all that stuff. But Raylan, he just wants the good. So I feel like the whole time he would be holding on to the amulet,
Okay.
the Palo amulet, and if he would just decide to go to Zahir,
Okay.
like I feel like at this moment he would have a feeling to not go to Zahir.
Yeah. Here's the. Okay. given all that, here's the effect of the memory that you don't have. In your gut, you really, really don't want to go there. And if you close your eyes and think about where you do want to go, as illogical as it seems, you do remember meeting that unicorn. Because you're one of the ones that actually saw it.
Yeah, it was me and Oven.
Yeah. And if you're sitting there trying to think of like the horror of the chained god versus the evil and manipulative nature of the fingers of the order, and you're looking for some alternative that isn't horrible and evil, that unicorn is going to come to mind. Even though you have no reason to go there that you know of.
All right. So Raylan kind of like you can see him clutching the amulet, and he kind of like holds on to Oven and says,
Oven is very uncomfortable with this.
well, it's just like your arm. It's not really like the shoulder or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like the arm. And he says, Oven, I feel like do you remember that forest? The forest with that horn creature?
Oh, the horse trees, yes.
Maybe we should
A little further that way.
maybe we should go there. I don't know why, but I feel like it just feels better.
I think, yes. Assuming we can speak to the unicorn, it might have better insight, yes, on what to do. If I remember, I don't think it wanted you anywhere near the forest, though.
Wasn't that just Throck, though? Oh, no,
No,
Throck didn't like
want
it.
to go. Yes.
No, Throck didn't want to go. I know, it didn't want me there, but I want to go there, though.
Okay. We'll do what you want.
Okay. So, do you think, and then he'll whisper this to you, he'll be like, do you think he'll let us leave?
We got a lot of background noise coming from someone's mic.
It might be me.
Okay. Well, go on then.
If he doesn't let us leave,
Go on.
Well, we can always fight. It's ostensibly 4 plus a pack of wolves to 1. How bad could it be?
All right. Well, let's get the others then.
After you.
Mm-hmm. So Raylan comes back in.
I'm still staring at Mannanan.
Inside, Throck goes, Dar.
Yeah.
This guy messing with you.
Like, not even looking at Throck, I'm still looking at Mannanan a little bit.
We can take him. I mean, not even this. This is like a Throck whisper, which doesn't exist, so the guy can totally hear it. But you know,
what was the question?
We can take him.
Not a question.
Oh, it was a statement. Yes. I'm just gonna nod. Yes, we can.
So Raylan walks up.
Yeah, as they come through, you wanna.
So Raylan walks up.
in.
And Raylan
Same
says, "I appreciate you telling me all what you said, Mannanan, but I feel like I have to take care of some unfinished business first."
He stares at you. Are you sure?
Raylan grips onto the medallion and kind of closes his eyes for a second. And he goes, "Yeah, I'm sure."
Disappointing. We'll see each other again, Raylan. You may have one more chance to change your mind about this. After that, I'm not sure what the plan will be, but we may find ourselves on opposite sides again.
We'll see.
To me, it sounds like Raylan's holding all of the cards.
He smiles at you. You'd think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But I have a number of things to report back to my masters. And as he walks out, Darrow, roll a perception check.
I feel like I already know, but I'll roll anyway. Well, crit fail, so you know.
All right, you don't notice anything. So he walks out the door, unless Throck, what's going on?
I look at him and go, "Your face is disappointing."
He stops and looks at you, and changes it. You see, like the bones start to jerk and shift, and the color gets all splotchy, and some more hair grows out. And when it stops rearranging itself, he's still got the bartender's body. He's got Granda's face on. He says, "How about now?"
Your shifting's a little slow there.
Well, it's better, but
Avin just says, "Lol, you're a girl."
He looks over. I hate talking with stupid people. Then he walks out the door.
be honest, so we don't need to. You want to anything?
Who needs a drink?
All right, guys.
Okay.
What are you gonna do now that he's left the inn?
Avin's gonna look for some meat or something.
So yeah,
It's actually
I'm gonna
been mostly picked over. There's a little bit left, but it looks like Mannanan may have actually had the last flagon.
Disappointing.
Raylan explains to Darrow and Thuok that he has this feeling like he needs to go to the forest again. That forest with the unicorn.
Avin pops up from behind the counter. The horse trees. We're going to the horse trees.
Okay. Not exactly where I expected, but for some reason that feels right.
Okay.
I mean,
Don't be a coward, Throck.
not a coward.
So then you're coming to the horse trees?
Are you going to run away?
You're not running away from the horse trees, are you? They're just trees.
I won't run away from anything.
Okay.
You know, Throck, there might be a door in there that we need you to open.
All right. Hey, yeah, we don't need that other guy. Look, what was the girl's name? You kept talking about a door that needs to be open. Come on.
Avin turns
right.
to Darrow. That was really easy.
As you guys walk out of the tavern, you hear a horrible shrieking sound coming from the east. It sounds like metal, thick metal, being torn by a powerful force, only hundreds of times louder. And when you look over, you see a beam of black energy shooting up into the sky for a few moments. And then it dissipates, and the clouds above the city begin to swirl in a black funnel and start to reach down towards the city.
That's not good.
Yeah, and even while you're looking, gigantic tentacles that you can see even from this distance stretch up from the city towards the clouds.
Dang.
A crossroads yet again.
We're going to take our break there. And
Of course we are.
we're going to come back and we'll make it 15 minutes because you guys are going to level up.
Yeah.
Avoiding Mannanan's machinations is just as good as winning a combat encounter in my book. I didn't expect you guys to go this direction right away, so I'm glad it didn't turn into a fight because I don't have that set up. But yeah, great work. Darrow got an inspiration point for giving away the medallion, and all of you get a level.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so everyone else, it is 10:09 right now. We are going to be back in 15 minutes, so around 10:24 our time. Make whatever adjustments for wherever you are. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.
Yay!
Welcome back. Whoop, I forgot my mic. It's over here. Welcome back.
On camera like a pro.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing everything top notch tonight.
Hey, at least we leveled.
Yeah.
By
And
talking.
now your labels are wrong again.
Not mine. What are you talking about?
Oh.
What, you updated it?
No, because you
I sent you the wrong
previous-
one last time, that's right.
Yep.
Good night, Canuck. Sleep well.
Yay.
Hi, dude. Thanks for
Sweet
hanging out.
dreams.
All right. Well, you guys have just walked outside and seen this horrific event in the sky above Zahir. And the tentacles reaching up towards said happening. What are you going to do now?
Man,
I'm not sure what we're supposed to do about that.
how far is the forest from where we're at?
It took you a couple weeks of walking to get there the first time.
A couple what?
A couple
Weeks.
weeks.
And
But we have a castle that'll take us there now.
Does indeed have a point.
Can the castle take us there? It can take us anywhere, right?
As far as you know, there's no reason why it couldn't. It wasn't able to take you inside the city of Zahir, but it got you right outside, and that's the only place where you had trouble pointing it.
Yeah.
Oh, so let's, because it's not gonna take us that long, I hope, to do whatever we have to do there. Maybe we should do that real quick, or should we fight this entire city?
I feel like Ryan's gonna say I feel like we should go to the forest. I don't know why. I just feel like there's a strong feeling coming from me right now. It's
There's
strange.
so much I don't understand about all this that I'm sort of just going along with you at this point.
I imagine the city's population has already become,
Not many. If any.
well, not alive. The sort of things that we locked up outside of the city. Is there hope for the city? I don't know.
I'm just gonna try this, Steve. See if it, because I don't know how any of this works. So, hey, Broxiel, how you doing over there?
Can't talk now. Exploding.
It's something about exploding.
Ask him about Gabby Gala. I don't know.
Gala?
You said
believe me?
yeah, sure.
Gabaguli? Wait, I actually don't even know what the name is.
Clabagle.
We said so many different names now, I forgot what it actually was. Gabagul. Wait, ask him Brexil? Wait, you can ask him too, it sounds like, I think, maybe.
Oh. Abroxial? Gabby Ghouli's alive. Maybe they could help?
Shh! Don't say that! It's a secret!
Oh. Oops.
Should we...
Apparently that's a secret.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Maybe we should talk to Rod.
Tell him to keep his fat mouth shut!
I imagine we all heard that.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Well, technically now we have a message for Rod from...
Okay, so are you going up to the castle then, or?
So torn right now.
I'm 22. 22.
Can we?
Yeah, because it looks like it's gonna be hitting the climax right now, and we can't just leave Rod there. I mean,
Yeah, I guess he could use our help.
mhm.
Is he short strong?
We'll have Moira with us, maybe. If
Yeah.
she's not dead.
If she's still alive. I mean, if we would have gone with the finger, I mean, this would have happened anyway, right?
Sure, yeah. Probably. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I feel like we should go to the forest.
I rolled for it, like to see if he was gonna follow his gut, and yeah, I also think we should go to the forest real quick. But last time we left the town, Look what happened.
Yeah.
Throck.
Wait, that's an argument for leaving the town?
No, that's
An argument
the
against.
That's the that's the resistance. Throck, you haven't checked in.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we see Short Strong or not? Is she too far away?
She's too far away. She's
She's too far away.
quite a walk away from where you are.
Oh man. I mean, we said we'd be back. I don't know. I'm up for some fun.
I rolled for
also
staying.
Up for, knocking down a door.
Literally.
So.
Doors here to knock down.
Staying.
Yeah.
What? Staying?
I
Yeah,
rolled
all right.
for staying.
All right.
So 2 to go and 2 to stay.
Well, 2 to go, 1 to stay. I don't think Throck's rolled a decision.
Or said a decision.
Yeah.
There's
Throck was that
more
fun.
fun immediately right here, so Throck is going to be more like right here.
And he's not thrilled about the forest, I'm sure.
No.
All right, but as soon as we're done with here, we gotta go to that forest
Oh, absolutely.
if we
No,
survive.
I did say I wanted to see the unicorn again.
It's true.
Yeah, we can go. We're not going because I'm not wanting to go. It's not.
Oh, no, of course not. It's to save the world.
Yeah, we believe you,
From
Throck. We believe
certain destruction.
Don't worry.
Yep, let's do it. All right.
I just wish we could get...
We're gonna go to the tower.
Throck's going to go see Short Strong.
I really just wish that the entire horde army thing could have made it across the steppes.
At that, you hear a voice from around the side of the tavern say, "Well, you'll have to make do with me." And Bjorn, the oldest of the 3 monks that you met, comes walking up.
Huzzah!
He says,
Sick.
"I sent Joran home with Andor. He will get him there. I have chosen to stay. Although, from the looks of things, things have just gotten a lot worse."
Quite.
Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You get an inspiration point. No, I'm sorry. That's not.
We're glad to have you.
Having seen this, after making that wish, Oven looks up at the sky. I sure do wish that the horde could have gotten here in time.
I don't think they can hear you.
I'm gonna look up too, like, what? Are you talking about a castle?
I'm talking to the queen.
Oh.
You
Maybe
hear
she could help speed things up.
you hear a faint whisper in your head, Oven, that says, "She says you shouldn't push your luck. Okay, bye."
Well, okay, well, let's go to the city. Oh, this is such a bad idea.
I mean, when is it a good idea to walk into a giant thing of tentacles and
I'm sure there are times.
I bet you there's at least one possessed well at the end.
I accept this challenge. We are going to find a possessed well to pee in. Let's go.
Oh, God.
Drink enough water to make sure.
Okay, so as you guys start heading back towards the gate, which Abraxiel sent you to earlier, where you met Moira, and when you get there, you find Moira right where you left her, as she promised, standing over a pile of bodies.
Huh.
A couple of them look like they're formerly human. Next to the human ones are some squashed intellect devourers. And there's one mind flayer
Ooh.
that she has smashed in.
Ooh,
How fresh are these bodies?
They weren't here like a couple hours ago when you were here.
No, I'm asking Moira exactly how fresh are these bodies?
She says, I mean, are you the type to eat them?
No, but they could potentially be useful.
I have a feeling the ones towards the top of the mountain are probably the freshest.
I don't hold with that kind of magic, but then again, she gestures towards the shimmering wall that's holding back the forces of evil.
Right. Save some for us, please.
How
Bodies,
fresh
that
do you
is.
need it?
By the time we get back, within the last 8 hours.
Well, they don't show any signs of slowing down.
Perfect.
And while she says that, you see a weird tentacle shape like peek out with a dozen eyes, just peek out with its tentacles on the wall and look out the gate. And she turns and she points at it and snarls, and it goes back in.
yes.
Making friends, are we?
Quite.
Hey, they'll find another way out soon.
Well, I guess we could start blasting our way through.
Okay.
Okay, are you guys gonna go?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
As you guys
Right
start
here.
walking towards the gate, Moira says, I don't know if you can get through. I mean, this is where it's weakest, but it's not exactly pleasant.
Well,
Can Broxiel not let us in?
He's at his limit, attention span wise. He's incredibly powerful, but you gotta remember, he's currently fighting thousands of them at once.
these are all monsters, right?
What, the bodies?
Well, sure, like the tentacles and stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna test the wall with the tip of my sword.
Well, before you get to the wall, to be clear, she's referring to a Broxiel's barrier, which is a distance away from the actual city wall. It's
That's what I'm.
okay. It does nothing to your sword.
But does it stop? Can I walk through it? Is it solid?
Your sword passes through like there's nothing there.
Try a finger next.
I'm gonna touch it with my left pinky, which is my least favorite finger.
What's wrong with your left hand? Gosh.
You feel a really powerful tingle, and you hear like a lot of discordant whispers just at the back of your mind as you touch it with one finger.
Yeah, it's not going to be pleasant, but it seems like we can go through.
Got any live ones by the barrier?
There's none that you can see right now.
Okay.
Other than the fact that the walls themselves are coated in black goo, and that goo is potentially a life form, but nothing you can specifically target.
Is it flammable?
I don't know.
Is it within 30 feet?
Not until you get past the barrier.
Okay.
I might have an idea.
I also have one.
I don't.
While they're thinking, I'm gonna send my shadow through the wall.
Your shadow dissipates as it passes through the barrier, and when you look down, you have a normal shadow again.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, what's your idea, Alvin?
I discorded it.
You discorded it. I'm not going to look. You guys can have your private conversations in private. You guys trying to trick me? Hey, this is a show, you know?
No, not at all.
This is a show. You got to have the conversation where the viewers can hear.
Yes.
We need a way where we could like have a.
What, like
I'm going to go ahead and poke at the barrier
with what?
What are you doing?
with my finger.
You experience exactly what Doro did. There's a tingling and like almost like a thrumming in your finger where it touches the barrier, and in your head you hear like a cacophony of discordant whispers, but they are quiet-ish.
What happens if I stick my finger further in?
It gets louder.
I'm gonna just back up a few steps and then run through it.
Are you now?
As he does that, I'm trying to stick like my whole arm through it.
Okay.
See what happens.
The more of you that touches it, the louder it gets until it's very, very unpleasant. Daro.
My reasoning is that it'll be faster.
As you pass through Abraxiel's barrier and toward the ooze-covered gates into what once was the city of Zahir, your mind suddenly revolts against you. Like your vision swims even as it blackens around the edges. Your stomach churns, threatening to eject its contents. You feel a sensation like hundreds of large worms writhing upwards along your spine, both on and under your skin. And then you feel as though your body is violently ripped away from you, leaving your true self still staggering forward while your flesh form falls clumsily to the black and sticky ground. And now make a sanity saving throw.
Please roll well.
11.
Okay. You feel a pull jerking you backwards toward where your body fell, but a stronger force draws you slowly and steadily forward. You feel a slimy tendril enter your mind in the final instant before you black out. And you are going to take 2d10 psychic damage.
Oof.
Let me get the dice. Where's the dice? Here we go. Your 2d10 comes out to 8. 8 psychic damage. And you're going to roll on the short-term madness table. Let me pull up that table. Okay, roll me a D100, please, Daro.
Copy. Color. Gotta need some new shoes. 72.
Okay, now roll a d10.
Oh my goodness. Oh. 2.
Okay, you got incredibly lucky. Your effect is relatively not so bad, and you rolled a short duration. The 2 is how many minutes this is going to last. The 72 is your character does whatever anyone tells him to do that isn't obviously self-destructive. Which you kind of do already. So...
Yep.
So you are now through. You took that psychic damage, total of 8, and you got this short-term madness for 2 minutes, but you are now back in your body and laying on the sticky floor.
Can I act until somebody tells me what to do, or do I just...
Yeah, you're not incapacitated or anything. It's just if someone tells you to do something in the next 2 minutes, you'll have to obey.
I'm going to stand up and brush myself off. It's not so bad once you get used to it.
You now have a big headache.
I have a headache?
Yeah.
All right. Do I still feel queasy, or is it that settled?
Yeah, you're going to feel queasy for as long as you're here. You have like an unsettled stomach, and you feel a constant, like, ghostly sense of crawling things against your skin. But otherwise, you are normal.
How has, now that it's just my arm in the barrier, what has happened to the voices?
Oh, they're much louder than they were with your finger. The more of you that passes into the barrier, the louder that's going to get.
I thought you meant the more of us, like, as a group.
Oh, no.
If there were more people in the barrier. Okay.
The more of your body that goes in, the louder it's going to get.
Gonna go ahead and withdraw my hand.
Okay, that's a nice feeling. Get that over with.
Let's start. No, I'm not going to do anything yet. I'm still...
Okay,
you guys...
Daro's inside. The rest of you are outside.
You guys going to try? It's not very nice, but we either do this or we don't.
Yeah.
It could be so bad, and Throck walks in.
Okay, Throck, you experience the same thing. It's incredibly disorienting. You continue moving forward, but you no longer feel your feet stepping onto the ground, and you hear a loud crashing thud behind you as your body falls to the ground without you. Make your sanity saving throw.
19.
Wow.
Okay. So you feel yourself, your true self, yanked backwards towards your body without experiencing any pull towards the city. And you wake up with your face on the sticky goo that coats the stone floor. You take no damage and experience no madness. However, like Daro, you do have this queasy feeling in your stomach and the sense of slimy or crawling things all over you. And that is consistent and isn't going to go away as long as you are inside the barrier.
I'm pretty sure I just ate some cooked meat.
Okay. Oven's gonna look over at Raylan and shrug and go through.
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. Your body falls and you don't. Roll a sanity check.
22. Got a nat 20 on that.
Okay, so you also feel sick, but wake up face down in the goo, unharmed.
I'm gonna cry because now my face is full of goo. Gross, disgusting goo.
Well, it's not like you took many baths in the past year anyway. Raylan, you're the only one outside.
I just took one.
Yeah, like yesterday. Raylan, you're the only one outside.
No. Yeah. Raylan passes through.
Sanity save, which you are now proficient in.
So
You will add your whatever your modifier is from your sanity score and your proficiency bonus.
proficiency bonus.
Yeah, your proficiency bonus is
Right
3.
above your initiative.
Everyone's is 3 because it's based on your total character level. And you're all...
Why does mine?
Mine's 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was 3. You leveled up, so now it's 4.
These virtual dice aren't helping me. I got 10.
Okay. Yeah, you experience what Darrow did. Something wants to pull you out of your body towards the city, and you just barely avoid its pull long enough for your spirit to be yanked back into your meat. Roll. I'm going to roll your psychic damage, and I need you to roll 100. You're going to take 18 psychic damage and roll a D100.
$54.
54, okay.
He said that with such doom.
Roll a D10, please.
$7.
Okay. I need you guys to tell me what order you passed through the barrier in terms of who's closest to who. I'm going to turn on this camera right here so you can tell me. Just a moment. There, okay. So, here's Moira. Oh, this is now Raylan. So Raylan's here. Oven, Throck, Darrow. Is this about how you would be standing? Or who's closest to Raylan is what I need to know.
I feel like I would be in front of them a bit more. I've just been there longer, so
I went in after Oven, so
Yeah.
Yeah, and Throck would have went in beside of Dar.
So something like this, maybe?
Probably like that.
Okay, so we are going to say that this line right here is where the barrier is, and Moira's outside of it. Raylan, you rolled a 7 on your D10, so for the next 7 minutes, you must attack. You must use your action each round to attack the nearest creature. Let's roll initiative.
Oh dear.
Oh.
You guys are the only ones fighting, so I'll just keep track of your initiatives for you.
Uh,
19.
16.
Nine.
And Raylan?
got 2.
Okay, so
Thank
you
God.
see Raylan stand up, and the closest person to him is Oven. So you see him make a menacing motion towards Oven, but he has the lowest initiative, and Oven gets to act first.
seems a little early to use my 1 levels. Ugh. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn you into a toad.
Okay. Raylan,
Probably better than.
are you willing to be turned into a toad?
Willing? Does the spell say I have to be willing?
Well, it says if you're not willing, you get to make a save.
Oh, toad frog. We're turning you into a frog.
Raylan does a counter spell.
Uh-oh. What level is... It was polymorph, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Level 4 counter spell.
Okay, it automatically defeats it then. As you try to cast the spell, Raylan just slices his hand through the air and shuts you off. That's your reaction for the round. It's now... Well, it's still Oven's turn. You've done your action. What else do you have to do?
It's technically going to provoke an opportunity attack if I move, huh?
Actually, no, he's not quite adjacent to you.
Oh, good. Then I am going to move.
And remember, the madness effect only says you must use your action to attack. It doesn't say what to do with your bonus action or your movement, and it doesn't say how you should attack. Is that good, or do you need to move further? You have 30 feet, right? Like,
Yeah, I've got 30
you
feet.
can get to like there.
Yeah. Works for me.
Okay. All right, Daro. Isn't this the second time this has happened with him? Didn't it?
This is like the 3rd time.
We've fought each other quite a lot. Like there's been
Right,
a lot
but,
of
Yeah.
but wasn't it also
Oh, wow.
Zalios last time, like when you guys left Graven Hollow? Didn't Zalios have this exact madness effect?
I think actually it was
It
Thra.
might have been Throck. I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Throck has
Zalios-
many a times gone up against the whole group.
Yeah.
Uh,
But Zalios has attacked me multiple times.
Yeah, you probably deserved it.
Well, you know.
All right, what's Daro doing?
I am going to. Okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to try to talk to him because I don't fully understand what's happening.
Okay.
Raylan, are you still in charge? What's going on, buddy?
I assume Raylan just says nothing, right? Because he's like,
That's up to
Can
you
you s-
how you interpret the Magnus effect. The only instruction is what you do with your action each turn.
I would say when you say that to him, he just kind of looks at you with like white eyes, I guess,
Yep.
and he doesn't respond.
Okay.
Grapple doesn't take away people's actions, right?
I'm sorry, what?
Grapple doesn't take away people's actions, right?
No, it reduces their speed to 0, but that's all.
Then I will do something. I'm going to use an action to summon my shadow again and put it in front of Raylan.
Okay. There he is. Throck.
So we're coming up against this. We just need to get into the door, right? We need to hit the wall. Is that what I'm thinking? So yeah, let's go hit the wall.
This is an open. This is the city gate. The doors are open. You can walk in.
Oh, the doors are open. Yeah, all right. I don't know what's going on. There's no way Throck has got this figured out. Not a chance. Yeah, gonna go through and go see what's up. Gonna see anything? Anything cool? Anything not cool?
When Throck, yeah, you do. When you walk in, you see a city where streets and buildings and walls and everything is coated in goo. Some of it's black, some of it's orange, some of it's gray, some of it's green. A lot of it's pulsing. It all looks pretty sticky. What you're standing on is sticky. Some buildings seem to have actually been turned into flesh, kind of like the flesh room that you found in Kalar Amon's tower where the giant was being held.
Yeah.
Where like stone has just been transmuted into living tissue. It's gross in here. It's also dead silent. There's not a sound.
Okay. I think I'll go up and taste some of the goo just to see. We gotta experiment, see what's going on.
Yeah, it's poison. You will instinctively want to spit it out.
Doesn't taste good.
Yeah, it tastes like eating the wrong part of something's innards.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, you gotta stay away from the. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, Throck's in the city.
Don't lick the walls. Don't lick the wall. He turns around and says, "Don't lick the walls."
Yeah, Raylan. Darrow's shadow is the closest thing to you.
So Raylan looks at his shadow and then looks at Darrow. And he kind of puts his hand up. And then Darrow's shadow looks at him. Gonna make Ren shadows. Gonna choose the team.
Okay. So wait, you're choosing to rend Darrow's shadow away? Okay.
I'm choosing to rend Darrow, Avin, and Throck.
Okay, let me read that spell real quick. Because I don't remember.
It says you choose up to 4 creatures.
Okay.
Within range. And it rips their shadows from their body.
Okay. Darrow is currently immune because he has no shadow attached to his body. It's standing in front of you instead. So you can't. I know that doesn't say that in the spell, but this is an interaction that I think John O'Man maybe didn't anticipate. Yeah, the spell specifies that they have their shadow forcibly ripped from their body, but Darrow's shadow has already been removed from his body, so it doesn't work on him.
But if you're supposed to attack the creature closest to you.
Yes, however...
I think he was trying to.
Yeah, it was a crapshoot. I was going to let Alan play it. However, it is valid to say that Raylan knows the shadow's not actually a creature.
I can do something else instead then.
I'm not talking you out of it. I'm just saying. I was leaving it up to you to decide whether Darrow's shadow counts as the closest creature or not. If it does, then you have to attack the shadow. If not, you have to attack Darrow. And you cast a spell that can't target Darrow, so yeah, I guess technically you can't do this one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, instead of doing that, I'll just try a new spell then.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Uh,
The new spell's level 5.
Yep.
Uh-oh. What is it?
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
my best one.
Ooh.
Wait, we don't have our advantage. Yeah, we lost our meal, huh?
Yeah, the meal's...
Oh yeah.
7.
I just cast dominate person. So
Okay.
now you're dominated.
I was already dominated. You guys just told me what to do.
I have to waste a 5th level spell for this.
Well, I didn't know you were dominated.
No,
yeah,
nobody knew.
Yeah.
He still is.
It's the most awesome thing.
Now I'm dominated by literally everybody.
No, I'm going to say that Raylan's spell overrides your madness. You will only do what Raylan says.
Okay.
Okay, so first time I'm using this spell. Can I tell him to do something right now?
I think so.
Or-
Let me check it. Dominate person. You attempt beguile. Okay. You can use this telepathic link to. Oh yeah, you can command him telepathically at any time, but he can only obey the commands on his turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell him to. I guess. Can I tell him to attack himself?
Let me see. You can specify. During this time, you can also cause a. Yes, you can. But if he takes damage, he gets to repeat the saving throw.
I'm just thinking about what the madness would do. I'm just. Can I just tell him to attack Oven instead?
I'm gonna say no. Actually, it was stretching things a bit to let you cast a spell on him that's not technically an attack. So if you're gonna tell him to attack someone, I think it's gonna have to be himself because he's the closest person to you.
All right. So I'm just gonna tell him to attack himself then.
Okay. Attack yourself, Doro. I guess you have to wait for your turn. Okay, so it's Oven's turn now.
Well, I am going to think this is absolutely ridiculous at this point. And
You still don't know what Raylan has done to Doro.
no, but I'm going to go ahead and cast darkness over Raylan. So he
Counterspell.
can't actually see anything.
Try the counter spell. What level?
Third level.
What level spell is darkness?
It's level 2.
Okay, your darkness fails.
I love counterspell so much.
Oven's
yeah,
not really
yeah,
loving
you-
counterspell right now.
You blew.
Oven is about to just absolutely murder him.
Here's the thing. Given the number of spellcasters you guys never fight, I feel like this spell is only for Oven.
Yeah. Which is fine, because now you get no heals.
I didn't get to use my nice darkness token. But,
This is the madness, not Raylan.
Nope, you still get no heals. Because Oven is fed up.
all right. Oven's turn. That was your action. What's your bonus action and movement, if any?
Am I assuming that that wall behind me extends?
Yeah, that should be going all the way off camera, like there. It goes. That's the city wall. The opening is just because that's the gate.
If I touch the goo, can I see if it's sentient?
Not unless you have an ability that lets you tell if things are sentient by touching them. Which, pretty sure
Nature.
you don't. No.
No, that's all I'm gonna do.
Darrow, attack yourself.
Do I have to roll against my AC? Here's another question. Can I attack my shadow as if it's myself? Probably not.
Wow. What a
Roll a sanity check.
situation.
Roll a sanity check.
Okay. That's 7.
You cannot trick yourself in that way. You don't have the capacity. You must
Right.
attack yourself.
Yeah, I just roll against my AC. Is that how that works?
Give yourself advantage. You have advantage against yourself, yes.
What if I use uncanny visage? Just kidding.
Because he controls your reactions too.
Yeah, it does your best. It says you have to do your best to fulfill his command. So, yeah, you.
Well, I rolled a 1 and an 8, and that is what's my new attack modifier? 9. Ooh.
I mean, do you even get an AC check when you're attacking yourself?
That still hits me. Wow.
It does.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can even attack yourself at all, but it worked. So roll damage against yourself.
Okay. If I didn't just buff my dex, by the way, that would have missed. What's my damage?
Why are you
Good.
hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
7.
Okay. Did you use your sword? So it's piercing?
Yep.
Okay, now make a wisdom save to escape the spell.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay.
Because you took damage.
Wisdom's like my dumb stat. Come on, guys. That was a 17.
You are free of the spell.
Nice.
All right, Throck, your turn. You just saw Oven and Raylan wave their hands around and say nothing, and then Darrow stabbed himself.
Hey, Dar, why are you hitting yourself?
I'm not. It's Raylan. He made me do it. There's something wrong with him.
Dar? Insight check,
Roll it.
I guess.
Insight check.
3.
You have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah. What are we even doing here? Like, are we supposed to
Just hit him.
hit who?
Raylan, just pop him upside the head.
Protect. Wait, you said protect the boy.
With your hand. Open hand. Slap him across the face. I don't know.
Slap. Oh boy.
He tried to attack us.
Roll a history check to see if you know what a slap is.
Yeah, that's right. 4.
No idea. The best you can do is punch.
Okay. So I guess I'll go up to boy with the girl's name. I don't know if I think I can probably.
Shake the shit out of
Oh
him.
yeah,
Do something.
yeah. What do you want me to do? You already said it. So I'm gonna be like,
I'm just
Sorry.
yelling things at you.
She did say use your hand.
yeah. It was definitely a. So I'll just make an attack with my fists. My heart's not in it. It's still It's still a 16.
Yeah, even if your heart's not in it, you'll still hit me.
Yeah.
Gently.
It's just 8 points of damage then, because it's one.
Yeah.
1 plus the
1 plus your strength. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
8 bludgeoning.
Just.
Well, Raylan already took significant psychic damage, so you might be making a dent, actually.
Yeah. Man, ooh, yeah.
You see, like, blood come out of his mouth.
Yeah, he's only a sorcerer, guys.
Did that work? My second attack is just like getting down and looking him in the eye and go, did that work?
I mean, you're about 8 seconds into the 7-minute duration of the madness, so no.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm out. I got nothing. All right.
Okay, that was Throck. Raylan, it's your turn. Throck is the closest creature.
Alright, so since Throck is the closest creature, now I'm going to use Rend Shadows again.
Okay. It still won't work on Darrow, but you can cast it on Throck and Oven.
Yep.
Oh, hey.
So your Shadow and Rend and Oven Shadow rip out of their bodies.
Yep.
And I got to roll initiative for them.
Yeah, let me get your little shadow, guys. Oh, excuse me. All right.
We're doing great. Glad we came.
Moira's just watching from the other side of the barrier, but she's not going to cross the barrier, so she's just like, what are you doing? I thought you were friends.
The
I
teenager's
honestly
being a
don't
little
know.
shit.
Don't worry, it'll probably wear off.
In a couple minutes.
We just have to survive. Like,
Why I'm trying to not kill him.
I can't even do the math right now.
She said, hold on a minute, let me check with someone. And you see her eyes, both eyes, roll all the way back to her head.
Gross.
And then they come back and she's like, I hate that. Yeah, he's a little busy, but he says he's real sorry about it. That's all I got out of him. All right,
Alvin just says, thanks, Broxiel.
what's the initiative of the two shadows?
So they both rolled the same, 12.
Okay.
Good.
I will pull up their stats. Are you going to control them, or should I control them?
Well, they will both attack their hosts.
Yeah, so either way, we need the stats. Okay, I will...
The hell they will.
I will pull up the shadow stats. All right, that was your turn. Are you going to do anything else? Because that was only your action.
No, I can't do anything else because I'm madness.
It does not prevent you from doing anything else. It only mandates what you do with your action. You still have a movement and bonus action that you could potentially use.
Cantrips on bonus actions, right?
If they say they're bonus actions,
unless
but
it's
you
an
already cast a spell that was an action, so you can't use a cantrip.
No, I assume Raylan would just stand there, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could, if you wanted to, interpret this effect as use your action to attack, but use your bonus action and movement to try and stop yourself. You know, that could be a way to interpret it. But you seem to be going whole hog, which is also valid. Yeah.
Like the way I see it, like
Yeah.
Raylan's like the way I see it is like
Yeah.
Raylan's like blind from the madness.
Yep.
So he's just like not even seeing what's going on.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Like the other way would be like he has a compulsion and can't stop himself.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your turn. Avon, you're up.
Gonna roll my eyes, shut them, look up at the sky, and cast darkness on myself.
There's a wall by you.
That's totally fine.
All right.
It goes around corners.
Yeah, but it does stop me from placing my little token. Okay, there you go. More or less that. Does the shadow need to see?
I don't know.
Let's see. Senses dark vision 60 feet, and that's it. Dark vision doesn't work in a magical darkness spell, so it cannot see you. It will have disadvantage on its attacks against you.
Great. Yep. Cool.
Okay. Is that all you're doing?
What you choose is on an object you're holding. What goes with it? No. I'm going to go ahead and reach out to where I thought the wall was.
Okay, you can easily touch it. It hasn't moved.
And I am going to walk towards the opening, using the wall as my guide.
Okay.
And the darkness goes with
You
me.
can easily go around the corner. Are you going into the city?
Yep.
So like there?
Yeah.
All right. There's your darkness.
Just this bubble of darkness that
Yeah. Passed briefly through Darrow and then walked by him.
this day is weird.
Yeah. And remember, you can't see in your own darkness either.
I know.
Okay.
But I am going to essentially just kind of stick to the wall.
Okay. Oh, you're going to stay touching the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I put you out in the middle. I will.
Yeah, no, because I can't see in my darkness either. So,
Yeah. All right. So something like that. All right.
yeah.
Darrow, your turn. You're no longer dominated. And you're the only one not being targeted by a shadow creature.
I'm gonna take it all in for a second. I don't think I have a choice. I'm gonna go and attack the shadow behind Brock.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack. Actually, before I attack, I'm going to move my shadow over to this shadow as well.
You already have it. You already have it flanked by Throck.
Oh, okay. He's there.
Yeah.
He's close enough. Okay. All right. So primary hand is 20, non-natural,
That's a hit.
and my offhand is 15.
I think it's also a hit. It is a hit. Yes.
Sick. All right. I'm not going to add any special things to this because I don't want to waste all my spell slots. One. Oh, I can't pick up a D4. They're so hard to pick up sometimes. Alrighty. $30 piercing.
Jeez. Okay.
You stab right through it and almost hit Throck.
Oop, that was easier than I thought. Sorry, Throg.
What?
It's all right. You only got one of the bags. Yeah. So now it is the Shadow's turn. There's only one left on the board, of course, and it's going to fly on into here and try its best to attack the lady of darkness. All right. What's the attack? +4 to hit at disadvantage. Both rolled the same number. 11. Oh, I'm sorry.
Does not hit.
I did -4. It should be +4. 19.
Hits.
Okay.
Oh.
You are going to take 9 necrotic damage. And your strength score is about to be reduced.
I mean, it's already a negative anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, your score goes down by 1. Your strength is 8, so it becomes 7, and that means it's no longer -1, it's now -2.
Damn.
That's why Throg carries the bags.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yikes.
No, shadows are not fun.
Yeah.
Not at all.
One of my favorite things that Alistair never got to do.
You never got to do the shadows?
Yeah, he can summon 4 of them. No. In 3 turns, he can summon 8 of them.
Alistair was a mystic, which is
Wow.
was a UA class that no longer is being used.
Because it's clearly overpowered.
Yeah.
Those creatures are just, oh yeah. If you were to put a whole team up against those.
Yeah.
I was going to use them against Born.
Someday.
Yeah.
Someday maybe. It's not too late. Okay. Daro. Throck, you're up.
Hey, so here's the thing. My passive investigation is 8, so I still don't really know what's going on.
I mean, yeah, you saw Daro like hit a shadow.
not even-
You didn't see it. It was behind you. You never
Yeah, no,
saw your shadow. You see Oven's, though.
It never happened. Nothing is amiss here. I don't even know that a spell has been cast.
No. You saw Oven's shadow get ripped off her body, and you saw her cast darkness go around the corner, and you saw her shadow creature run into her darkness. All those things happened in front of you.
Okay, well then in that case, Throck goes running straight into the darkness, hoping to fight off whatever creature that just popped out of the goo.
Yeah. It looked like a shadow form of Oven. So you can run
Yeah.
to... You saw its trajectory, and it doesn't take intelligence, really, to have, spatial orientation. So you can run to about where you think it should be.
Sure.
And then attack with disadvantage.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna recklessly attack, so that's not.
Cancels it. Okay.
It probably did. Wow. 20. Yeah, no, 30 to hit.
You got him.
Oh.
Connected with something there.
Yep. Maybe it was Oven. Maybe it wasn't.
Don't really know what I hit, but
I mean, I think if I've been hit, it breaks my concentration now.
No, you're supposed to roll a concentration stave, but I forgot to have you do it.
Oh. Well, 16 points of bludgeoning damage on the first strike.
He's dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a second attack, because you don't know he's dead.
I don't know he's dead. 26 or so.
Yeah, it passes through the air.
Yes. All right. Ah.
Yeah, Rock.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Connected with something? Was that you?
It was not me.
Okay, that's
I think.
good.
I mean, I am fairly okay.
You barely. I don't know where you are. I don't know where I am.
I'm
What are we
gonna go
doing
ahead
here?
and drop the spell.
Okay.
That's all.
Walk a little bit around the corner and drop that spell.
Yep. Your strength score will come back after you finish a short or long rest.
Cool. That's fine. It was useless to me anyway.
Noted. Maybe you'll have to hold open a door or something. I don't know.
No upper body strength. Tracks with me in real life.
Okay, your turn, Oven.
Is Alvin's turn? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Oven's turn. Throck is last, Oven's first.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and heal myself there for 6.
Okay.
While mumbling, fucking brat. This is what happens when I try to be nice.
It's so funny because right now Raylan is basically like not even seeing what's going on, so he doesn't even know what's happening.
Wow. Whoa. What the heck?
Whomst.
Who just had a garbage truck go through their living room?
Right?
No, that was like a motorcycle outside.
Oh, wow. That was serious. Okay, Oven, you healed yourself. Anything else?
I'm gonna yell out and ask if everyone else is okay.
Yeah.
I've had better days. I'm all right.
Noted.
Okay, your turn, Daro.
So because I rewatched the episodes that I wasn't there for, I can't recall. Did I see Freya ever in game?
Yeah. You were present in the battle against her at the Temple of the Chained God. You were there.
Oh, okay.
You were there. Actually, she's appeared, I think, only twice, and you were there both times. So, yeah, you've seen her.
Okay. Because I got nothing else, I'm going to use my action to shift into Freya.
Ooh.
Which version?
The nice version.
This is very interesting.
Yeah, this is interesting.
And I'm just going to say, Raylan.
He knows it's you because you pronounce it wrong. I'm just kidding. He doesn't know it's you. Go on.
That's all I'm going to say for now. I'm going to see how he reacts.
Okay. That was Daro's turn. The shadows are no longer with us, so Throck, you're up again.
What are we doing? Are we supposed to be going in? I'm gonna start walking through the gate again.
Reminder: it doesn't have to be your turn to say something like one sentence.
Yep.
Just putting that out there for anyone else who might want to tell Throck what to do.
I'm occupied.
What?
Okay, Throck's going in.
Yep. Gonna try to look and see if I can see anything that needs attacking.
I mean, there's like For all you know, this whole city is covered by one giant ooze creature.
Oh yeah, I slam my hammer into the ground.
Okay, some ooze gets damaged. Some stones get damaged under the ooze.
Okay, I'm doing just as good as I was a minute ago.
Okay.
Next.
Good job, Drock.
I mean, that's up to you. 'Cause
It's
Drucken.
it's Raylan's turn.
I'd thunderbolt on a straight line.
Against the Shadow and Throck.
I guess so.
I feel like the closest person is actually the.
Yeah, it actually is Daro. You have to attack the closest person, so it's.
Oh, I was saying dwarf.
The dwarf, Moira.
Moira.
Yeah, but she's gonna be exempt because he can't. She doesn't count as a person right now because she's outside the barrier.
So the shadow doesn't count.
No. If the shadow was
It
gonna
won't be
count,
determined.
like I said, I was gonna leave that to you, and you didn't attack it on the first round, so it doesn't count. You're gonna have to attack Daro, who looks exactly like Freya.
Don't do it.
Does all right, so you gotta tell me if this image of Freya can get through the madness.
Roll a sanity check. Roll a sanity saving throw.
This will be very romantic if this stops it.
Also, kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Might be in an abusive relationship here.
Yeah.
So I just rolled a 20 on the die.
Oh
Nice.
My God, yeah.
Okay, so you guys watch as Raylan gets ready to summon this lightning bolt. And even while he's doing it, you see all the shadows all around start to shoot onto his body. And coming screaming out from inside Raylan's head comes Zalios, just going, "Ah!" And his wings pop out and everything. And all of a sudden, Zalios is there. And he has locked Raylan down. Raylan will continue to be mad for the next 6.5 minutes, but Zalios is in control and is not insane.
Nice.
Good job.
All right, guys.
Super deep.
Yeah, the lightning dissipates on Zalios' hands. All right, guys.
That was a very anime moment.
Yeah, we're gonna break right here. Almost as good as Throck screaming himself back to life after the revivify.
Throck, of course, thinks that him hitting the goo did something.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm starting. It's making a dent, right?
Yep.
Better than nothing. Need a bigger hammer
I'm gonna
though.
go ahead and turn back to Daro and Zalios. You understand how to do that.
Zalios just like shakes his head like in understanding while he's like holding down. Really.
All right, guys. We're gonna break there. That was a great ending scene. We will come back. You are all inside the dead, silent, ooze-covered city with a cloud funnel above it and these tentacles reaching up from all around. And it's just really unusual here. So we'll see that next week.
All right.
Yeah.
See you guys next week.
See you, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Thank